Well, as we mentioned, the satisfaction of the A's is that they got the win and they got back in first place tonight. The disappointment is they couldn't give Mark Redmond the reward that he richly deserved for his 7 1/3 starting innings of brilliant baseball against Radke, who pitched superbly himself. Redmond was trying to get his first ever win against his original team, the Twins, against whom he was 0-4 coming in. But in the end, the blown save by Dotel cost him that. But Redmond scattered 3 hits over the 7 1/3, walked 1 and struck out 4 and threw just 104 pitches. And that was the cornerstone for the A's victory here tonight. But Radke deserves a tip of the cap, too, as that's as good as we've ever seen him. And we've seen him in some pretty good ball games. But in 9 innings and 114 pitches, he gave up 5 hits and a rather freakish run in the 5th inning. He walked 2, and he struck out 7 before leaving after 9 and letting the bullpen settle it here tonight. There was glove work aplenty for the Athletics to back up Mark Redmond tonight. It didn't take long to develop. Right at the very bottom of the 1st inning, the first batter faced by Redmond was Shannon Stewart. A ground ball left to second. Crosby way to his left, makes a 360 turn, the throw, and he gets a fast man at first base. Bobby Crosby makes the play perfectly, going to his left and executing the full turn.
I think before they put this turf in, Bill, that would have been a base hit. For all the years in the Metronome, that ball scoots into left center field.
I couldn't agree more. And the next hitter was Christian Guzman. It's time for the A's outfield to get in the act. There's one that's belted high and deep to right center field. Going over Kotsay and also Dye, and Dye makes a jumping catch as he arrives at the base of the wall. The ball maybe just a little slice, and I was focusing on Kotsay most of the way, but Dye came in from the right and took away possible extra bases.
He just outran the baseball. It hung up long enough for him. So 2 very good plays by the A's to begin the game.
Actually, Redmond retired the first 5, gave up a base hit to Jones in the 2nd inning with 2 out, and then he set down the last 10 that he faced through the 5th inning. So he had retired 15 of 16 in the first 5, but the A's couldn't make much headway either against Radke, who had a strikeout pitch going tonight. They got Hatterberg as far as 3rd in the 2nd on an infield hit and a throwing error and an infield out, but he was stranded there. Nothing further materialized in the way of a threat until Durazo led off in the top of the 5th inning. Swung and hit a high pop-up down the left field line. Long run. Stewart gets there, and the ball falls between him and Guzman, and Durazo's on the way to second base.
That is a huge break. That was Shannon Stewart's ball, I think, Bill.
I don't think he lost it in the roof. He appeared to be getting there, but I think Guzman distracted him. Then Bobby Crosby came up with the idea of trying to get the runner over to third base, and the way Radke was spotting his pitches, that could have been very difficult. So Crosby chose a route that was successful. 0-0 game, runner at second, nobody out for the A's. Radke's next pitch, a punt, third base side, a beauty. Koski comes in, makes the bare-hand pickup, has to put it in his pocket. It's a base hit, and Durazo gets into third base. An alert play by Crosby and perfect execution, thinking of getting the runner over first, and then secondarily winds up with a base hit. Koski knew by the time he got to it to barehanded, he had no shot at him. He turned around to look to see if there might be a chance to get a tardy Durazo, who was not tardy. And then with runners at the corners, it was Marco Scutaro at the plate. The next delivery. A little dribbler off the end of the bat, right side. Rivas whirls, throws to second for 1. That's all they get. And the A's are on the board with Durazo scores from third base. Scutaro put the ball in play, cueing it off the end of the bat. It's a 4-6 put out, forcing Crosby. Scutaro now the runner at first with 1 out. And then Radke bore down to get the final 2 outs in the 5th inning. The A's had a runner on in the 6th, another in the 7th, and each case wiped out in a double play as Radke continued to dominate the Athletics lineup. As Redmond went into the 7th inning of the ball game, he had given up a leadoff hit in the 6th. They had sacrificed the runner to second, but he turned them back with no further threat. And when Morneau singled in the 7th inning, still you got a 1-0 game and a dangerous Torrey Hunter at the plate with 1 out.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Hunter waiting at the plate. And Redmond set, and delivers. It's on the way. Change up, bounces short, might be two. Flip second one, relay first in the dirt, dug out by Hatterberg, and the A's get a 6-4-3 double play. And that's it for the Twins in the bottom of the seventh. After 7 here, the A's holding a 1-0 lead.
In the bottom of the 8th inning, Redmond walked Jock Jones, the only walk he gave up tonight. That started the inning. Koski flied out to center, and at that point, Ken Maka went to the pen for Jim Messier to face Jose Offerman, pinch hitting for Henry Blanco, the catcher. And Offerman hit a hard ground ball to first base that was taken by Hatterberg for the out at first, allowing Jones to go to second. And with Rivas batting, Jones stole third base. So there was the tying run 90 feet away, and Rivas at the plate.
Messier up on top, first base side of the slab. Melhue sets up outside, and the 1-2 is a chopper off the plate. Messier has got it. Throw to first in time, inning over. Jim Messier does the job, and the Twins leave Jones at third and fail to score. And after 8, still 1-0 Athletic.
And Maka called on Octavio Dotel to come on to start the 9th inning against the top of the Twins order to get those 3 outs and get the A's home in a victorious fashion. Shannon Stewart led off. The count was 1-1. He is ready and delivers. Stewart hits a high drive. Right field. It's way back. And it is gone. A home run ties the game. And the 1-0 victory no longer possible. Placed in the last 2 outings. Dotel victimized by the long ball. Stewart ties it. 1-1. Dotel gathered himself and retired the next 3 batters in the inning. And after the A's had failed against Juan Rincon in the 10th inning, he duplicated the bottom of the 10th with 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to deep right field sandwiched in between them. So the ball game got to the 11th inning with Rincon, who is 9-3 in relief this year on the mound and much of a strikeout machine. He struck out Kotsay to start the inning, but then the speedy Eric Burns beat out a bouncer to shortstop, on which Guzman tried to rush the play and didn't come up with it cleanly. Infield hit. Chavez the next batter, and things turned back the A's direction.
The set, Rincon ready, and delivers. And Chavez, a line drive left center, base hit, might get through, and does, and goes to the wall. Burns around second, going to third. They're going to wave him. He will score without a throw on a double by Chavez, and the A's have taken a 2-1 lead. Eric Chavez, a bullet to left center, scoring Burns, and in the 11th, it's 2-1 A's.
But the A's this year have found out how fragile those 1-run leads are. It never hurts to get more. Jermaine Dye at the plate.
Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. And it's a ground ball up the middle, back at second, and into center field for a base hit. Chavez rounding third to score, and it's 3-1 A's. That ball hit right up the middle, and Guzman, the shortstop, going to his left and almost flagged it down. The ball working its way into straightaway center field, and the A's lead 3-1. Chavez scoring from second, and Dye has an RBI.
And the A's had a threat before the inning ended, but couldn't make any more of it. J.C. Romero came in, pitched to Hatterberg, hit him with a pitch, but then got Durazo and Crosby to end the inning at 2 runs for the A's. Dotel stayed on for his longest outing of the year as an Athletics. And as he started his 3rd inning, he gave up a walk to the pinch hitter, Matthew Lecroy. And then Rivas hit a deep fly ball out to left field. Stewart lined a bullet to third, but a nice catch by Chavez recorded out number 2. So it was up to Christian Guzman to see if he could still manage to pull the Twins back.
Again, Hatterberg plays behind the runner. That's Lecroy at first. 1 ball at 2 strikes. And 2 away. On the way, swung on. Fly ball right center field. Long run. Kotsay in the alley. And he makes the running catch in right center field, and the A's have won it. And the A's get a big win here tonight. After the Twins had tied it in the 9th on Stewart's homer, the A's get 2 in the top of the 11th and hang on in the bottom half. But a nice running catch by Kotsay on Guzman's ball. And the Athletics have won it by the final of 3-1.